What's up, Poker Degenerates?
What's happening?
It's a Kumish here.
It's Salty D.
And Salty D.
On somebody's fucking birthday. Somebody's ass just got a little bit older today.
Very old.
Happy freaking birthday.
Thank you.
What are you, 24?
4? In dog years.
Celebrating your 15th anniversary?
That's right. That's right. Unlike somebody in the Poker League who has celebrated his birthday, same birthday, 3 times.
4.3?
40.3.
40.3. No names mentioned.
That's right. We're not going to mention Mike's name. 1 year older, 1 year wiser.
Still not better at cards.
No, actually, I think I'm regressing.
Nice.
I'm getting worse.
Yeah,
that's exactly right. I don't remember exactly what happened. I had to write it down. I had to write shit down. So, but we got a little bit to cover here, so we don't want a 90-minute video like last time that never got posted. So,
let's get to it then.
Couple bullet points. Let's. Tony doesn't make the final table.
Ouch!
Missed his first final table in year and a half.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, Tony has been
20 games.
The most consistent player in the Poker League.
Hands down.
Obviously. For him to make every final table. So this year we had a rule. We called it the Tony rule. You get a bonus points for making every final table, and you get a bonus points for every game.
You get 3 points for every game, 5 points if you make every final table.
Right. So last year Tony lost the championship by 1 point because he had to drop his lowest score, and his lowest score happened to be 4 or whatever, right, which gave Derek the 1 point lead for the championship. Mm-hmm. So now we added this rule for Tony, basically, because Tony's Mr. Consistent. It's really not fair to do that well.
And then you lose points
and be punished.
Season. I agree with that.
Right. So, but the rule, the bonus, no one's getting the bonus this year for making every final table.
Nope.
So, that to me, that's pretty big. That is, when it comes down to it, well, it's really tight right now.
It's tight, and that's a tough thing to really do. I mean, Tony did it last year. Every game of the year made a final table.
I've done it once. Moto did it 2 years ago.
Okay.
Made every final table.
Did he?
But nobody has made as many final tables in a row as Tony. But unfortunately, Tony doesn't get the bonus this year. And
5 point shot in the ass.
That's exactly right. And now everybody is pretty much on an even playing field. Maybe not as important to this one, but Moss takes down game number 6.
Game 6. Where did that come from?
I have no idea. The guy straight out of prison sits down at a poker table and wins. The guy just wins.
I can't tell you what he did that was great. He just collected chips.
Well, he has a hyper-aggressive style.
Sure.
He overbets. He takes down a lot of pots because he makes you narrow your range.
Mr. Implied on himself.
That's exactly right. and he said it like many times. I'm getting 2 to 1. If I'm getting 3 to 1 here, I'm supposed to call. Jack 4. But Dave, we got to the final table. We were 4-handed. Blinds were 3 and 6,000, and every raise was 36,000.
That's 36,000.
36. Yeah. But that's what Dave does. Dave is hyper aggressive. He made it down 3-handed at game 3, I believe. He had every chip at the table. Too hyper aggressive. Worked against him.
Congratulations, man. Good job. Good job.
He played well enough to win. It did not help my calls that I bluffed off 70K in chips to him.
One hand?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, we were going to spread it out. I like to hit it all one time. Third bullet point, Shane. Still on fire.
Shane's a monster right now. Won game 4. Won game number 5. Second place in game number 6.
Yep.
That's damn impressive.
And the game before that, he finished 4th. I think, just from sitting and watching Shane play, he makes some suspect calls. And it always seems to be against me, of course. I always never put him on the best hand, and I always put him on a marginal hand. But he doesn't fold. And that's, that's something
that was his downfall at the beginning of the season. He would call whatever, just put a bet in, his money was in. And that's one thing he said, and he has done, is he's tightened up a bit. He's playing less hands. He's not sticking around when he doesn't have a good hand to play.
Right. He played well. He's been playing well. And whether he's getting lucky or what, it's working for him.
Doesn't matter. Officially second in points right now.
Shane on fire.
Whatever you're doing, stop it, man. Stop it.
Yeah, cut it out. Cut it out,
dude.
Will it last? Do you think Shane can sustain this for the next 6 games?
I tell you this. I think the next game, Shane is definitely in the point. I think, though, he's going to get cracked once, and then it's going to go down the toilet.
I mean, I got to kind of agree a little bit because I think he's playing a little bit of a high variance style.
Right.
So we'll see. Fourth bullet point. April. 2 games in a row.
Doing well.
Top 3.
Top 3 in 2 games in a row.
She's on fire. April on fire. Jumping up into point standings. She's just cruising right along.
Hey, what's different? Besides catching trip aces.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about
nice
that.
segue, right?
Great segue. Let's talk about that. How did she get to that point?
Well, let's talk about that hand. We're going to name this the divorce hand.
Perfect.
Because Brian named this the divorce hand.
That's exactly right. He had queens. She had pocket
You're right.
aces.
She had pocket aces. Flop comes blank blank queen.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Brian's ahead by a mile. She's got trip queens against her aces.
Never seen it. Looked like a 13-year-old boy in a whorehouse.
First time he saw a Hustler magazine.
That's exactly right.
I mean,
so excited.
Just.
I actually think the words that come out of his mouth were "Gotcha, bitch."
Then comes the turn. Ace.
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 Devastating.
Ace. I thought he was going to fucking lose his mind.
And
I understand why.
All she could say was, "Can you believe that? Are you serious? Are you serious?" That's all I could say. Are you serious? But April carries that chip lead into the final table. She gets hit a couple times over there. I got her. A couple other people got her. And she held on long enough to get third place points.
Third place.
Let's go through the point standings real quick.
Nice.
After Game 6, top 10. Ginger, James
really?
Ellis.
Ellis is in the top 10.
Top 10.
Nice.
24 points. Tied with James is his best friend, 40-ounce Phil.
40-ounce Phil.
That's right. 40-ounce Phil.
Sir Drinks a Lot.
Sir Drinks a Lot.
Grandmaster Flask.
Grandmaster Flask. That's my favorite.
What's the other one? Oh, Public Hennessy.
Kwanchi. Dave Moss in 8th place with 25 points. In 7th, the queen herself, April. That's
wow.
right. In 7th place.
Nice.
Tied with Darren.
Darren?
Ron's got 32 points. In 4th place, the saltiest of salty, Salty D. Damien Rudd, 34 points, 2 points in front of Ron. And now we got a stretch. I have 52. Shane is in 2nd with 52. And Tony, who did make the final table, 53 points. People looking on the inside looking in. Tim with 23, who hasn't done anything in a couple years since he won his championship. Don St. Jean in 12th place with 20 points. Mark Cheeks with 11 points, who every game he goes out, he texts me, my season's over. But your season's not over because with 15 points, that puts you up with 24, 25 points, and you're in the top 8. So that's where we are for the league standings. Player of the year.
Commish, first place, Mr. Birthday Boy, 28 points. Tony in 2nd place, 22 points. Shane's in 3rd place with 19 Player of the Year points. 4th place is 40-ounce Phil, 18 points. Yours truly, Salty D, 15 points Player of the Year. Right behind me, Ron and Ellis. Ron and Ellis got 14 points. 8th place, Kwanchi and the Dark Saint.
The
Dark Ain't. Both of those guys at 13 points for 8th and 9th place. And speaking of Tim, he's in 10th place for 8 points.